and welcome to Yisrael Chadash.
Your premier source for all things Israel. I'm Nathaniel Israelian.
And I'm Joey Senders, and we are your hosts for today. Now let's get started. Ireland became the latest European Union member to approve a non-binding parliamentary motion seeking recognition of a Palestinian state. Lawmakers in Britain, France, and Spain have already passed similar motions, calling on their governments to follow Sweden, who on October 30th became the first Western European Union member to recognize Palestinian statehood officially. The goal of recognition of a Palestinian state is to act as a kickstarter to Israeli and Palestinian peace talks.
2 Palestinian men, one of them armed with a knife, were arrested by Israeli security forces on Tuesday near the Judean community of Tekoa, south of Jerusalem. During initial questioning, the men admitted they were planning to conduct a terrorist attack in Tekoa. Security forces have been searching for the men, both residents of the Hebron area, since Friday after receiving information that they were seeking to carry out a terrorist attack. One of the detained suspects is a relative of Amer Abu Aisha, who took part in the kidnapping and murder of 3 Israeli teens in Gush Etzion in June.
Ziad Abu Ain, a Palestinian Authority government minister, died shortly after a confrontation with Israeli soldiers during a protest on Wednesday in the village of Turmus Aya in Yehuda v'Shomron. Israeli and Palestinian officials issued conflicting accounts on Thursday over the results of the autopsy. A sheikh told Reuters that Jordanian and Palestinian doctors involved in the late-night examination of the body said Abu Ain, 55, had died from, quote, being struck, inhaling tear gas, and a delay in providing medical attention, end quote. However, an Israeli medical source familiar with the autopsy results told Reuters the official died from a heart attack and had pre-existing heart conditions. The Israeli source claims that the heart attack was brought about by stress.
Salim Touameh, the captain of National League side Bnei Lod, decided to speak out after the Israeli Football Association announced Monday that Maccabi Tel Aviv would be called up before a disciplinary committee because of racist chants and inappropriate behavior on part of its fans during the team's game against Hapoel Haifa in Netanya last weekend. Referee Liran Liani wrote up the behavior in his match report, noting that at some stage in the game, portions of the Maccabi fans began chanting, "Touameh is a terrorist," while other fans responded with contempt to the singing. Touameh responded and demanded action against the racist chants and expects the country's players to join in together to denounce the phenomenon.
It was announced Wednesday that U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry has invited Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to a meeting ahead of the UN Security Council discussion on the Palestinian, Jordanian, and French proposals for declaring a Palestinian state. Netanyahu will depart Monday for an impromptu visit in Rome to participate in talks with Kerry. The Jordanian proposal stipulates an end to the occupation and the establishment of a Palestinian state, while the French proposal creates a 2-year time frame for negotiations, at the end of which a Palestinian nation will be formally established. Israel has stated it rejects both proposals. That looks like it's all for today, folks. Once again,
I'm Nathaniel Israelian.
And I'm Joey Senders, and you stay classy, Mizrahi.